Welcome back to another video. In this video, we want to talk about how blood flow affects your muscle definition and tone. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. So I like this one because your muscle definition, what does that mean, right? So if anyone were to come see me right now, they would think, oh, this guy is a little jacked, he has definition and tone. But it wasn't always like that, right? Like I didn't Photoshop this video where you're seeing my muscles showing. But the thing is, it's super important that we understand this concept, because what happens is as you go from a child to an adult and then eventually to older age, you lose a lot. Like you first get a lot and then you lose a lot. If you always look at a bell curve, you'll know that, as we get older, our peak ages is probably from, well, depending if you're a female or a male. For a female, we're talking about peak age probably 18 to like 50, I would say. And then for a male, I would say peak age would be between 20 all the way down to like 50 as well. So like that's that bell curve that we're talking about. But we lose a lot of definition and tone based on our lifestyle. It's always based on our lifestyle if you really think about it. Our lifestyle is everything. Because this is something that I've been talking a lot about as I go to different conferences, talk to different people. We get confused a lot. We've been sold the pharmaceutical story, which is, hey, if you have any situations or any problems, you can just pop a pill and you'll resolve it. It's always a chemical story or a physical thing that becomes a chemical story when you put it inside. But at the end of the day, it's the different behaviors that you do, right? Something that I talk about in mindset a lot is, your thoughts. 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and of those you take a certain amount of actions of those thoughts. Sometimes it's multiple thoughts that lead to an action. Sometimes it's just one thought, boom, action right there. Those are cool because you take action right away. But what happens is as you do that action, the human body, the human animal takes that action, but it becomes a behavior, right? So for me to record these videos that you've seen for the last, I don't know how many years, those are those actions I've been taking, right? I've had a thought like, okay, for this video, I'll talk about this topic. That's the thought. And the action is me setting up this camera, setting up the background that you guys are seeing pleasantly. Or if you're just hearing me on your AirPods or whatever audio device, great. You can hear my voice. I also have to train my voice because this is not me naturally being born and talking like this, where I talk for like minutes at a time or hours at a time sometimes. But I trained that. Those are the behaviors. I've trained my human body, the human animal, to do these behaviors. Just like how we train dogs and cats to be the way we want them to be, those are the behaviors that we've told them that they need to know. Now, those behaviors though, fast forward, right? 28 days minimum. You do something for 28 days plus, guess what? It becomes a habit. Fundamental. If you haven't already downloaded our app, Hab List, I highly recommend pausing this video, download it, so that way you can get immense amount of value after this video. Download that Hab List app, build your first habit, and then when you come back, you'll be like, okay, cool, perfect. I know what I would need to do to improve my muscle tone and definition. But for now though, those habits, right, you keep doing it every single day, it becomes part of your personality. Shaquille is just that type of dude that knows how to talk about his movement, metabolism, mindset. I've been talking about this for years and years, and now it has just become almost automatic, right? The fact that I'm talking to you, I'm not reading a script. There's no script behind you or behind this video or camera. I'm just talking it from here. I can literally talk about this all day long. So it became part of my personality. But guess what though, right? For the last, maybe 4 years I've been working out. Guess what? It became part of my personality and my lifestyle. My lifestyle now is that I am the type of guy that will work out every single day. Don't get me wrong, where I am right now, I'm in wonderful, beautiful Lisboa, Portugal, right? Beautiful weather. In November, might I add, the flowers are still out. This area, pretty phenomenal. They say it's the West Coast of Europe, the California of Europe. I don't disagree, different types of vibes, but I do love it. What is the point? The point is, coming here, what you realize is humans are humans. No matter where you go in the world, they're humans. It doesn't matter where you are. But the point is, my lifestyle now is that I'm the type of dude that works out. I came here, but I'm not working out, right? I don't have access to my gym. I don't know what gyms are here. I've been too busy doing work, but now I'm not working out. So it's different. It feels weird. It feels weird that I'm not pushing massive amounts of weights every single day because I use it for my own personal development to relax, to de-stress, to become the version that I want to be. And so now let's tie in, right? Let's come back into the video topics that it really resonates with you and the whole purpose why you're here. Maybe you enjoyed me just talking, but right now what we want to talk about is how does blood flow impact your muscle definition and tone? I guess definitions would be in order first, right? Understanding what that means, and then it'll just resonate and like, aha, you'll have that moment and we'll be able to go from there. So blood flow, as we talked about, is part of movement, right? Movement, metabolism, mindset. Super simple, triple M, M cubed, whatever you want to think about it. I really want you to remember those three words: movement, metabolism, mindset. If you want to make it into triangle, movement, metabolism, mindset, or movement, metabolism, mindset. Mindset at the top, because this is where your brain is. Your movement's here, metabolism here. We talk a lot about the metabolism and mindset in other videos, so definitely go ahead and take a look at the other videos if you're interested. But for movement though, fundamental, because if these are the pillars, the cores of this is going to be your blood flow and your breath work. How are you breathing, right? How are you using your nose or your mouth, getting in the oxygen into your body, and then allowing your muscles and your fascia and everything to move in this physical reality. Blood flow though, it's super important because a lot of times we're not moving. Since we're not moving, our blood becomes stasis. It just becomes like, stale. Think of it like water. When you leave water, well, let's use rain as an example. When it rains and it falls on the ground, if there is no drainage, the water just stays stagnant. The water just hangs out there. And guess what? Bacteria and bugs and everything start populating into it, becomes very stale and gets grimy and dirty, and it just becomes really bad. But if the rain just keeps, coming and washing it off, then you'll have new rain, new water coming, cleaning it out. Same concept in our body. Blood flow, if we are not having enough blood being circulated throughout our body, those certain areas that are not getting blood flow are going to start dying because our body relies heavily on oxygen for many of its functions. We might think that, when we're eating, we're getting energy, but in reality, that's very small amount versus the oxygen that you need to breathe. I decided to come back outside and do these videos because, again, we could be inside, but if you're not outside, it's really hard to understand that we need the environment, we need the oxygen that's being generated by all these plants and everything to come inside, so that way when I'm talking to you, I actually have a lot more energy when you're seeing me doing what I'm doing. Great. Knowing that, let's talk about it. Blood flow, muscle definition. Your muscle definition is like, if I were to flex my bicep right now, you can see, well, it's black, so you can't really see what that looks like, but essentially there's definition of my muscle. If I were to take my shirt off right now, you'll see my six pack, you'll see my chest, you'll see definition of my muscle. That's what it means. Meaning, is your muscles plump? Is your muscles healthy looking? And if it is, great. Tone is like when you're actually doing that exercise and you see, is it strong or is it fibrotic? The last example of the last video that you will probably see from me is that I was talking about my lower back, right? So the definition of my lower back, I would probably give it 3, 4 out of 10, right? That seems very low, but that's what it is. From far away, when people see me, they're like, oh, this guy is super fit, super jacked. But they don't know that I'm actually fundamentally working on myself every single day where I don't feel the aches and pains that I experience in my lower back because I've been sitting for so many years that it became fibrotic. So my muscle definition tone is actually pretty poor. What I'm trying to get at is that you probably at certain areas of your body, maybe it's your hamstrings, maybe it's your calves, maybe it's your shoulder, neck, whatever it is, might not be in the best state. It's because you're not activating it properly. Stretching isn't activating. Stretching is, you'll put a little bit of sensation in there, but activation is when you feel the muscle, the strain on your muscle. See, I'm shaking my muscle, my bicep right now, because I want you to know that when you go ahead and make when people say make a muscle, you're actually contracting the muscle, and that tells you what that definition and tone look like. So when you actually go to the gym or whatever you do that's lifting, right? So sometimes, let's just say you have to pick up a heavy object from the floor, maybe you're moving, maybe you're picking stuff up, moving it around, you're gonna have to realize that you don't wanna just quickly go, because your fascial system is super fast. because the nerves are just all there and it'll go super fast. But the muscle is a little slower. So if your muscle tone and definition is not strong, you're gonna pull something. And when you pull something, you're out of the game. We do not want to be out of the game. We want to play in the game. And the best way is start slowly. Start very, very slowly. Do the breath work. So like what I would normally do is like, let's just say I'm lifting something from the floor. I would, I'm sensing, right? I'm becoming one with myself. And what that allows is that now I'm gonna slowly allow the muscle to relax. And then when I pick up the weight, same concept. Incorporating my breath work into my blood flow, and I'm able to now work on it perpetually where it's gonna start healing itself. You have to just give it a push, a nudge in the right direction so the body knows what it should be doing. Remember, the body will just do everything that you want it to do. Whether it be good or bad, it'll always do it. So we wanna make sure you do the right activities, the right actions that lead to the right behavior that eventually lead to your habits that allow you to become the best version of yourself. Amazing. Hopefully you found value in this video. I think I probably went a little longer than expected, but I think you'll get a lot of value from this, knowing that I tie in so many different things that allow you to sort of click in your brain. I've seen so many people talk about this concept. It's just not as effective as understanding the holistic nature of what it is that you are. With that being said, guys, if you found any value in this video, of course, I would love a like, but what's even better than a like is you subscribing to the channel. That tells me signal, right? That tells me that you understand what I'm talking about. You and I resonate, and guess what? That means that I'll be able to generate more content for you so that it will benefit you for those fundamental three things, right? Your movement, metabolism, mindset. Other than that, I really hope that you have an amazing day. Hopefully you enjoyed the Lisbon weather that you're seeing behind me. Beautiful skies, beautiful sunny weather. I have a lemon tree in front of me. I can't complain. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.